What up, baby? It's your boy, the ATX Sooner, back with another video. And this ain't really an AP poll reaction because the only team I really care about is Oklahoma in this instance. But don't it feel good to be a top 10 team? Don't it feel good that all the work that we've put in, all the we've got two ranked wins. All off season, we had the conversation of Oklahoma being a back eight team in the SEC. All off season, Oklahoma has not gotten any type of positive press. And just to show that none of that matters, none of the off season talk, none of that stuff really matters because every year every team starts over. Yeah, you might bring in a couple new players here and there. You might sprinkle in a couple new players on the offense and the defense, but at the end of the day, you're a new team. You face new opponents, and really everybody's just going off of the prior year, which is something you can't really do when it comes to ranking these teams. But at the end of the day, boy, it feels so good to be a top 10 team, and not only that, it feel good, it feel even better to jump Texas. Yeah, we jumped y'all little boys, okay? Okay. And I know y'all feeling good about this whole John Mateer's hurt thing. He's supposed to be out for 4 weeks. I don't think he's gonna be out for 4 weeks. I think he's gonna be out for 2 weeks, and that third week, pretty much 3 weeks, and he'll be playing against you boys in Dallas, Texas. Okay. So yeah, man. Oklahoma, number 7 in the AP poll. Texas dropped to like number 10, I wanna say. Auburn dropped all the way out, which I don't think that's fair at all. They should have stayed in at least in the 25 at least. I think they're ranked like number 26, 27 right now. If you look at the polls, which you can't say Auburn should not be ranked after losing a controversial loss like that. But man, I want y'all to tell me in the comments how it feels. How does it feel going forward? Do you think that is this gonna provide us with too much hype going forward? Are we going to believe in ourselves too much? Are we going to overlook opponents now because we're above them now in the AP poll? I don't think so. Obviously, whenever a lot of these things happened in this Brent Venables era, this team with the coached by Brent Venables has gotten too high to where they get knocked down. And and I'm not talking about in the polls. I'm talking about morale. I'm talking about mentality. We this team has gotten too high on themselves before to where they go in and BS the next week or the next couple weeks. But I don't think you're gonna get that from this Oklahoma team. Um, will John Mateer be healthy for Texas? I don't know. That's definitely going to make a huge difference in that game because John Mateer is at least 2 levels above at least twice of who Mike Hawkins is today. I believe. I don't think Mike Hawkins is going to be a fully functional starting quarterback until next year in this offense. Give this man a whole year to learn this offense, and he'll hit the ground running next year. But I don't know. I think this Kent State game, it might start out a little slow. It shouldn't start out slow. We're playing a high school team. So honestly, it shouldn't start out slow. It should build his confidence if he does have to play in this Texas game. Of course, I'm talking 3 weeks down the line here. By that time, we're definitely still going to be a top 10 team. Will Texas be a top 10 team? They got to face Florida. Who knows? Florida's got a hell of a defense, and Texas has not seen a defense like that since Ohio State. So, ain't no telling, if Texas is even going to be a top 10 team by this time. But timing is everything. If it's a great time to be placed in the top 10 in the AP poll. Obviously, the whole John Mateer thing is gonna sway some opinions on who Oklahoma is gonna be going forward, and especially if he is out for 4 weeks. But everything I'm hearing, he should be ready for that Texas game. But yeah, man, how do y'all feel being the top 10 team? How do y'all feel being able to go to work every day, being like, hey, number 7 Oklahoma, we looking good this year, because you weren't going into the year talking like that. But now you got the confidence. You can brag about it. That's something we couldn't do last year. We couldn't brag about Oklahoma. it feels good to be back in that top spot. It feels good to be back in the mainstream, in the spotlight. And that's where Oklahoma should be year in and year out. No matter who our quarterback is, no matter who our head coach is. Like, Oklahoma is one of the most dominant programs in the history of NCAA. And I think we're showing that this year in the SEC. I think that now everybody, going into the SEC last year, everybody was high on Oklahoma until they saw that we dropped the ball with injuries. And offensive coordinator wasn't coordinating the offense. So yeah, Oklahoma didn't look too good going into the SEC, which swayed a lot of opinions. Cause going into the SEC, we were the talk of the town. Hey, Oklahoma should be just fine until the end of the year. And now you saw this offseason how the roles reversed. Is Oklahoma ready for the SEC this year? Well, you're damn right we ready for the SEC this year. And now your Oklahoma Sooners are a top 10 team. And y'all know why. It's because it's in our DNA. Bay. Bye.